Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. Let's talk about Virgin Galactic, SPCE stock. Let's do a deep dive. Let's look at the history. Let's look at the future. Virgin Galactic, deep dive analysis today. Why am I even talking about this? Why is the studio all lit up like Virgin Galactic colors with green? Well, there's good reason. Shall we get into it? Shall we do a Virgin Galactic special? I think we should. It's what built this channel after all, and many of our members were in this stock from the beginning, and many are looking to make some money. Finally, could this be the moment? Tap the like button and share this out. This could be a huge event today for the show. This is being made live. This will be its own video later on. Click subscribe and ring the bell. That would be fantastic. We'd appreciate that. We're going to talk about Virgin Galactic right now. Why are we interested in this? Well, as you can see from the thumbnail of this live stream, we've got R2-D2 there. My godfather was Kenny Baker, the man inside the robot. I've always been quite interested and fascinated by Virgin Galactic. However, it's always disappointed. Why is it disappointed? Is it the product? Is it the business? Is it the technology? No, none of those things. What about the desire to buy Virgin Galactic? What about the desire to fly in space? Nope, that's all there. The reason why we are down here, and if you divide it by 20, which of course, excuse me, the recent split, we're down to a couple of cents here, a few pennies. Should it be down here? Is there any reason? Well, unfortunately, we have the worst management team in the world. Eric Kearney, useless. Michael Colglazier spends money on parties and events. We did put a lot of that to bed by assembling the world's biggest retail investors. In fact, 95% of the retail investors we represented at one time. It's what built this channel. When we were no subscribers, we grew like crazy on Virgin Galactic. We were doing 10 videos a day. We were live all day. We were covering every single flight. We were the #1 in the world on Google and on YouTube, everywhere else, for Virgin Galactic. I spoke to Eric Kearney many times. He would phone into my studio, however, would never be man enough or balls enough to go live to the audience, and would never let me record the events. I was approached by Bloomberg several times. I recorded 2 interviews with Bloomberg, which I ended up pulling because Virgin Galactic delayed a response to protect themselves, and I in the end got fed up with waiting around for Virgin Galactic, so I pulled my interviews, even though Bloomberg said, oh, you'll get loads of views. I don't care. I'm here for my members. I'm here to be honest. I'm not here to be dancing around the tune of Eric Kearney and Michael Colglazier. So it's a great shame. Virgin Galactic is on its arse. It's worth nothing today. However, is it good value? Should we be buying this stock? Is it about to short squeeze? Is it about to pop up? Well, we've called many times for the replacement of Eric Kearney, who is the worst representative for Virgin Galactic. The shareholders hate him and dislike him intensely. When he first spoke to me, again, not allowing me to record it or go on air, he was more interested in talking about how YouTubers can get behind short squeezes. He was working at GameStop at the time in the marketing department when GameStop and Roaring Kitty got all excited. I wasn't interested in that. In fact, I found that disrespectful, and it was being sold down the river, and that's not what we're doing here. Virgin Galactic could be a great business for everyone, and it was being spoiled by that attitude. Wasting of money. Michael Colglazier came from directly from Disney, used to spending money on lavish parties. People upset. I had a test pilot reach out to me, wanting to speak to me on X, and all of a sudden, I was blocked. The day after, of course, I spoke to Eric Kearney and told him about it. On the next meeting, Eric Kearney's denied all of that and said, oh, we had nothing to do with that. If the pilots want to speak to you, they can, and blah, blah, blah. Well, that's funny. The day the day after I mentioned it to you, I was blocked and I was having a good conversation with the test pilot. People who work at the factory have reached out to me wanting to share stories, and they're never allowed to. There's always cloak and dagger going on with this company. Stuff going on we just don't understand. Virgin Galactic, the CEO, Michael Glazer, has said himself, we are living in the desert, having a wonderful time. Look at this.
Alex Tseppel donated £5 through a super chat. SPCE live on Martyn Lucas live and just my mugs arrived smiles.
Thank you very much indeed for that comment. Thank you. Eric Kearney went on the earnings and said that we're really enjoying working in the desert, building rockets. He actually said that on an earnings call. Well, of course they are. It's a big boys' jolly day out. The shareholders are paying for it. You're paying yourself millions in salary. The company's going down the toilet, at least the share price is. The only people we can celebrate are, one, the shareholders who gave you the money, who pay your wages, who are still here, even though their stock price is on its arse. We can also celebrate the test pilots, the engineers, all those that work there. Not the CEO, not the hoity-toity board members who sit around patting themselves on the back. Well, all the shareholders get completely shafted. None of them. We could get rid of all of them. They're a pain in the ass and useless. Don't want to talk to you live. Didn't even want to respect the fact that we had the biggest audience in the world. None of that. They decided to go to a Facebook group, and this young lady had like 12 followers. Absolutely ridiculous, because they could control what she said, and they invited her to attend one of those presentations. Didn't invite me, even though I covered every single event and gave it the best coverage in the world and the best presentation. They wasn't interested. They want to control it for themselves to drive it down. However, we're still here. We've never gone away. I said to you I would be live 12 hours a day, 10 hours a day, now 15 hours a day with the earnings. I've never gone anywhere. I'm here in the bear markets, the bull markets, the ups, the downs, I take it all. We're now mainstream media. We've grown a lot since Eric Kearney came to me, and now I couldn't care less. I don't need his views. I don't need the views of anyone. In fact, I don't need you to subscribe or follow my channel. It doesn't matter. We're doubling our rate of growth every month. We've got a whole network of channels now, and we've got a team of broadcasters, and we're going to grow. So I said to you, we're back with Virgin Galactic. There's good reason why we want to rescue it. For one reason and one reason alone. Not for the benefit of the board, not for the benefit of Eric Kearney, not for the benefit of Michael Glazer, but the investors. The reason why we started this show, for the people that support space, for the people that care about space. We are here for you. I did everything I could to support this company. They're not interested. But you're interested, so we're here for you. I've got some news about Virgin Galactic today and a potential short squeeze greater than ever. Higher short interest than ever. Oversold more than ever. And an earnings around the corner. Good news coming out. And an update on Delta. So please tap the like button. I promised you straight away, immediately, the moment I started to put videos out again, I would put them on every social media platform that's worth anything. And I did. I've done 4 videos already in 24 hours, like I promised. And I said we'd rank #1 in the world immediately for Virgin Galactic, SPCE stock. Way above Virgin Galactic themselves. They are useless when it comes to marketing. Shall I prove that to you? I'll do it right now. Incognito mode in YouTube if you type in SPCE stock. What is incognito? Incognito is when it doesn't sway the search by you. It's completely impartial. I've just put it in. Literally, I haven't made a Virgin Galactic video for weeks, maybe even months. But the moment I said I come back, we will take over the space once again. And we will, because I will never give up. I will never go anywhere. The only person going somewhere is down the Dole office, and that is ultimately Eric Kearney, when eventually we replace him. And he never comes back to work for anyone. Disgusting. Right, look at this. I said to you we'd rank #1. And there we are. Top channels for the search term. Immediately, straight out the gate. on day one. Martyn Lucas Investor right at the top. However, when we started doing this, we had about 5,000 subscribers. You remember the Wall Street of the Wolf of Dubai? Well, he gave up at 28,000 because it wasn't making any money. So he packed it up. And now all he does is sell training programs where he rips everybody off with nonsense. We provide training programs for free. But now look, we're at 61, nearly 62,000. In fact, we'll be 100,000 by the summer. Just about the time when Virgin Galactic is flying once again. Hopefully we're testing Delta. And guess what that will mean? Virgin Galactic will go live, perhaps. They've never really bothered much. But it will make no difference because by that time, we will own the entire space of Virgin Galactic. And when we stream the live events, which they won't provide me with coverage data for because they'd rather control the narrative, we'll still get the biggest audience in the world. Well, there's nothing they can do to stop it. Right, let me bring you the news. So Virgin Galactic, first of all, we're going to do a deep dive on the analysis of this stock. Let me start by showing you some very, very, very important data. Very important data. You really need to pay attention to this if you are an investor. You really want to know what's going on. You cannot afford to miss this. Everyone tap the like button. Also, you might want to subscribe to the channel now. You don't want to miss any of this. Yes, the bell is going in 3, 2, 1. The bell has gone. We are live. We are covering this live and my portfolio is up. I don't even need to look at it because I know my business is solid. My investments are solid. I've got 151,000. I started with $5,000, never shorted a stock, never done options. And of course, I've lost $30,000 on Virgin Galactic. So considering all of that, I think you'll agree I'm doing rather well. In fact, I've got 260,000 now invested if you look at my entire position with my margin. So there you go, nearly $250,000. So let's get straight into the analysis. You can't afford to miss this. You really can't afford to miss this. Yesterday I said to you, I'm going to put some videos out. I put 4 videos out and I said the stock will pop on this. I was right, 100%. Let me show you what we did and why this is important. All the news and the analysis on the stock. If you turn off your screens right now, you're going to miss some very, very important news. Right, there you go. That was the moment, exactly. That was the moment I said we are back. The stock was down at an all-time low. I said it's going to go up right now and we're going to get a short squeeze. Boom. Number 1. Number 2. Put the second video out. Boom. Number 3. Boom. So put the number 3 out. I've just put another video out a few moments ago. I think it's just, if I just refresh that screen, you'll see another one. Red wire, boom, just gone out. And now, of course, we're live. And I said, the moment I put the first video out, boom, there it is, the stock would go up. Did it go up? It did exactly what I said it would. We have the 95% of the retail investors. Virgin Galactic have nothing to do with it. We are in control of this stock. So what happened? If we look here, this was yesterday. This was the moment we put the video out right here. You can go and check the timestamps. Please do. Everything I say is verifiable, so please check everything. Unlike Eric Kearney, I record and show everything. Right there, all-time low, boom. And it started to go up. The moment I put the videos out, it went up. All right. Now then, why is that important? When I reported on it and I showed you on the screen, we were at a 30% short interest. 30% short interest. Virtually inevitable for a short squeeze if we got volume. And look, as I'm talking about it, as again, nothing to do with Virgin Galactic. They're saying and doing nothing. The stock is going up. Everyone's buying it at these all-time lows and it's moving. Unquestionable. When I reported it, I showed you on the screen that it was at 30% interest. 30%. We're now down to 27%. It's starting to decline. What does that mean? Well, at 30%, you are excessive and you can have a short squeeze if we get volume. I am making sure this stock is getting volume. Not so Eric and Michael make tons more money. Not at all. Couldn't care less. But I do care about my investors, my members, my viewers. The short interest has suddenly started to go down. People are already getting shorted out. It's starting to move. Hasn't yet hit big time, but it's starting. People are starting to buy back. Look at the valuation. The valuation is now A- up from B+. That's going up. We've got growth C+ down from B-. There's no news. Profitability hasn't changed. It won't have done. Momentum hasn't changed. But this will update soon. I bet you any money you like. A week from now, you'll see momentum for the first time go up. Mark my words, watch this space as I talk about it. There it goes. Virgin Galactic is moving. We are moving Virgin Galactic more than anybody else can do. We know we have 95% of the world's retail investors. They've been waiting for me to go live and start this again. Does that sound arrogant? Yeah. I don't care. It's the facts. It's the truth. I'm not here to make friends. I'm here to protect and defend my members who watch this show. Period. End of. That's all there is to it. What about revisions? Revisions have moved up from B to A. Revisions moved up. Things are moving in the right direction. I've got some news on Virgin Galactic as I do the analysis in a few moments. Please stand by. Hopefully you're watching all the way through this live video. This is a huge moment for our investors and our family and everybody connected with this channel. Everyone's been concerned about Delta being delayed again. Let's be honest, the management are rubbish. They do not do anything to help the business. The engineers do, the scientists do, the test pilots, all of the people work on the ground, all the hard-working men and women. But oh my gosh, look at it go now. Look at it go now. Look at it go now. This is one of its best days it's ever had. This is phenomenal, right? Okay, so Virgin Galactic links partnership deal with Redwire to enhance its microgravity research platform. Now, everyone was concerned about the delays, but this is good news. People worried about Boeing. Virgin Galactic announced on Thursday, this is only out a few minutes ago, a new partnership with Redwire Corporation to manufacture research payload lockers for the company new Delta-class spaceships to significantly upgrade their microgravity research capabilities. The partnership aims to enhance Virgin Galactic's microgravity research platform and expand opportunities for commercial space innovation. As I talk about it, as I promised, as I said, as I confirmed, it's going up big right now. I'm so happy. And I can just see right now, I just can see Zach, one of our members here, one of our biggest investors in Virgin Galactic, smiling, going, I love this channel. I love what Martyn's doing. I've lost so much money, but I've kept buying. And now I'm making some real money really quickly. Zach, are you in the chat? If you're here, I'm sure that's what you're saying right now. Redwire is anticipated to bring extensive experience in developing biotech and industrial manufacturing technologies for microgravity environments. The company has developed 20 research facilities for crewed spacecraft, with 10 currently on board and the International Space Station. The new research platform will feature compatibility with longer duration space mission locker standards and customizable plug-and-play lockers, spaceflight optimization for both autonomous and human-tended research, adaptable front panels for easier access, and the ability to transition suborbital experiments to ISS payloads at lower cost and risk. Notably, Virgin Galactic Delta-class spaceships are being designed to offer suborbital space lab for researchers, commercial industry and governments to conduct experiments, qualified technology and train astronauts in spaceflight and microgravity. The company's centralized flight operations at Spaceport America are expected to provide researchers with dedicated training programs, facilities and immediate access to their research. Each Delta-class spaceship will be capable of holding 5 payload racks, accommodating up to 20 lockers in total. The first Delta-class spaceships are expected to enter commercial flight service in 2026, only a year away. And I just said to you, is Zach Zate jumping up and down, happy that I'm doing this? 100% correct. 100% correct. I can see him there right now, bouncing up and down, going, I flipping love this. I knew Martyn would come back and do this. He said he would, and here he is again. Now, I want to be absolutely clear before I go into the analysis. That's great news, right? We've all got that. We all love that. I'm about to do some analysis on Virgin Galactic and why it could short squeeze. Before I do, though, unlike Eric Kearney, unlike Michael Cole-Glazier, who only care about themselves and couldn't give a stuff about the investors, let me tell you how it is here on this channel. 100%. I have said what I do what I say what I do. I've said this would go up 100%. I put my name in the sand. You can judge me all you like. I said it would happen, and it did. I said I'd make the videos, and I did. Everything about what I'm saying has happened every single time. However, have I benefited from this? Have I pumped and dumped this asset? No, not one single penny benefits me at all. Not one. Unlike those that work there who are getting a nice boost today going, bloody hell, why has the volume suddenly gone up? What's going on? Are we going to get a short squeeze? Maybe that Martyn Lucas bloke who we can't be bothered to talk to is going live again. Yes, he is. I bet he's making money for himself. No, he's not. Unlike you scavengers. Look at this. Look at this. Let me show you. My portfolio's making money. I'm always making money, right? I'm 151.5. Let me show you. This is my entire portfolio in the entire world. I've got no money in the bank because I'm here to prove that to people, not just to say it. All right? I am here for you, not for me. What's good for this family is ultimately good for me. Look at my portfolio. 100% in the S&P. I do not own one single share, not one single share of Virgin Galactic. Why have I got one share of Apple? That's because when I do a referral, I win shares of Apple and it builds up and eventually I've got one share. I've got not one share of this asset. It doesn't benefit me in the slightest if it goes up. I should have it, shouldn't I? No one cares about it more than me. No one's done the work that I've done. Thousands of videos, but nevertheless, I don't. Because why? This channel must remain and will always remain completely and utterly 100% honest and real. The moment I start buying the stock, I become Roaring Kitty, I become Eric Kearney, Michael Cole-Glazier, pumping and dumping and talking nonsense. I'm here for you. It doesn't matter to me whether it goes up, down or sideways. This video is going to earn me $5, maybe $10. Who the hell cares? Doesn't matter. What matters is I do the right thing. Now let's move on to the analysis. Are you ready? Okay, if you all tap the like button, by God, you should have tapped the like button by now. And if you haven't, I don't know what would make you tap the like button. I've got no idea. But anyway, I hope you've all tapped the like button and I hope you've all shared this out. Okay, fantastic. Have you all subscribed to the channel? I certainly hope so. Now then, let's look at the numbers. Right, if we look now at the intrinsic value. Now, you've got to remember, don't jump up and down. Don't get too excited, all right? I'm going to put some balance and warning. This is extremely risky. The stock could still go bankrupt. I'm not going to say it's up, up, up. You can't lose money. That would be irresponsible. That is not what I'm doing here. I am not in any way trying to encourage you to buy the stock. I'm just telling you the facts. The intrinsic value is 463.82. Remember, Fisker said the same thing. Why is this? Well, because there's a lot of information that we don't have to be able to accurately measure. All we can do is look at the cash on the books and the assets, and it's way undervalued. The company right now, if we go back to the market cap and have a quick look, if we look at the market cap, we can see the market cap of this company is just 134 million. Think of the cash it holds on the books. Think of the assets, the rocket ships. It makes no sense. You're paying less than the money just in cash. It's insanely cheap. However, the money keeps dwindling because Michael pays himself fortunes, as does Eric and everybody else. And, at the end of the day, it's good value, but only good value if it survives. So we have to remember that. Virgin Orbit went bust because they managed themselves terribly. They run their live feeds out the back of a shed. I offered to do the marketing for them for free. They couldn't even be bothered to reply to me. They went bust because no one believed in the business because they were running it out the back of a shed. It was terrible. Virgin Galactic do pretty much the same way when they present. They are getting better at it, but they're still, they're not SpaceX, let's put it that way. And they should be, right? Anyway, the average volume of this is 2.2 million. Today so far, 4.72. Hardly any volume at all. Let me just refresh that a minute. Let me just go out of that and come back in again. Virgin Galactic. Let me just refresh that. 4.72. Hardly any volume at all. But what there is all going up in the right direction. That is the point of what I'm saying. Can you imagine when we get volume? And we will get volume because I will make sure we'll get volume. All right? I won't be sitting around on my arse playing golf. I will be getting it done. Virgin Galactic. Let's go back to this valuation we're talking about right now. Undervalued. It is an unreliable number. Oh my gosh, it's gaining momentum now. Now it's going up. There's hardly any volume, but all of it is buying. All of it is buying. I'm telling you right now, short squeeze is virtually imminent. All we need is volume. That's it. All we need is volume and boom, 100%. Straight to $9, $10 in seconds. If we have volume, and we're going to get volume, I don't know. Let me come back to the evaluation. If we scroll down here, none of that's important. Revenue. Look at this, where we are today. If things go as planned, boom. What's that? What's that? We talk about it on the show all the time. It is an S-curve. That's what you look for, very rarely see. You saw that at the beginning of Nvidia. You saw that at the beginning of Tesla and all these things. There is the projected S-curve. We don't know. Will it happen? We don't know. Operating income improving, has been steadily improving. Now this was down to us. Not down to Eric Kearney, not down to Michael Cole-Glazier, down to us. We assembled a petition, you may remember, we put it together, and the idea was to get them to stop wasting money, stop paying themselves so much money, get rid of unnecessary employees. Sorry about that, but you got to do what's right for the business. We're shareholders after all. We're not here to make friends. We're here to earn money. And stop wasting money on lavish parties. We did that. They stopped losing money. Things improved. They've been improving ever since. This is good. However, remember, they're not flying at the moment, so it's a bit skewed. It looks better than it really is. But we're expecting this to increase and increase and increase. All right, net income up 7%. The same thing. We're expecting this to increase and increase and increase. Free cash flow is down 3%. Nothing to say there. Operating cash flow is up 3%. And EPS up 29%. EPS. Let me just hover over that a minute and you'll get the definition here. If I can try and show you. No, it's not going to give it to me for some reason. I don't know why that is. It often does. No, it's not going to do it. Anyway, earnings per share, of course, improving. I like to sort of show you the definition. 1 billion in assets. 1 billion. We've got 651 in cash. Think of it. It's 30 million, the market cap. 651 in cash. Liabilities, however, is long-term debt, 419 million. That's very, very high. Long-term debt, you can see, 64%. They've been spending money. Nothing to show on any of this. This is why it's very hard to value this company. You can't. It's purely speculative. It's purely a gamble. However, you know, you could look at it as a way of stuffing it to Eric Kearney, if you like. If this goes up 100%, it goes up 200% on a short squeeze. Take the profit. Why not? Take the profit and either as a long-term investor remain in, or maybe you could get back all the money that you've lost due to them, obliterating the stock price. They didn't need to, by the way, do a reverse split. They did that out of weakness of management. Gross margin, there's nothing to report here. Nothing to say whatsoever. Rate staying up for longer is not good for the company. Profitability, well, it's no surprise, right? 21%. However, considering that it's not doing that much right now, hardly anything at all, that's actually quite good. What about solvency? Now, this is the important one. It's not going bust anytime soon. They got plenty of cash. They're not going anywhere. But before you think for a split second that Richard Branson is going to come in and do anything, Richard Branson doesn't do anything anymore. Bless him. He's an old bloke, doesn't do anything. He's not sexy rock and roll anymore. He doesn't do anything. He hasn't got much money left anyway. He's lost a lot of money. A lot of his businesses have gone bust. And he lost a lot of money during COVID. And he's not sailing in to rescue this company. He's paying all his life savings out running his island. He hasn't got any money to plow into this. All right. So we could have a 78% downside from where we are today. That's realistic, okay? That can happen. That can happen. If short interest piles up and no one buys and it just goes down and down, then that could happen. If they delay further, there's an accident in midair, whatever, then this is a real reality, right? We've said it can go bust. However, things are starting to look good. The economy is looking good. People are spending money. GDP is up. PPI, CPI. If we only get rid of the management and start to do a decent job and get everyone excited about this again, boom, 146%. Forget 146. What about that? What about that? $43, 857%. Remember, we have said Virgin Galactic goes to $100. We've always said it. We have always said it. And we have a mug you can buy in the shop. MartynLucasShop.com. We've got a new one coming in a really big mug. You know, we got our new big mugs. These giant size mugs now, massive mugs. We're going to bring you a Virgin Galactic mug in a bigger mug. Yes, we're going big time now. We're getting twice the size mugs. We're investing again. Virgin Galactic, and we're going to bring you all the proper logos and everything. We pay licenses now to bring you the real stuff. We don't mess around anymore, unlike Virgin Galactic, right? $43, 857%. Wow, can you only imagine? Is all of that possible? Well, let's talk about it. As you can see, this analysis website, no one's covering the stock. Yours truly, though, is covering it. I didn't do analysis for 6 months. It's been 6 months since I've done an analysis on this stock. There was the interview. Remember, I talked about interviewing Andy Shovel. Remember that? And then all the warnings. Look at it. Virgin Galactic, Martyn Lucas, no one doing it. Yahoo, 11 months ago. Nothing at all. It's all me. 11 months ago, Yahoo. No one's talking about it. No one cares. They've given up on the stock. So imagine if we just get the volume right now. So let me wrap up this analysis. Let me explain exactly what is going to happen. I care about my viewers. I don't just say it, I prove it. I go live at the moment 15 hours a day, every day, 5 days a week. I never go anywhere. Nearly 4 years now I've been sat here. I'm going to grow the biggest YouTube channel, the best YouTube channel in the world. Bigger than Meet Kevin and Graham Stepan combined. Bigger than Bloomberg, CNBC combined. I'm not going anywhere. I'm never going anywhere. We're going to grow this. Whether Eric Kearney and the rest of them sit around on their asses, buggering around, abusing the investors, I'm going to stay here and deliver to you for Virgin Galactic. Could it short squeeze? Yes, it could. It could short squeeze very, very easily and go up to $10 like that with volume. It was an all-time low a couple of days ago, yesterday in fact, when I started doing the videos. I brought you the news. Why? Why did I suddenly go live? Before anyone accuses me of owning the stock, I don't own the stock. I don't pump and dump anything. I only own the S&P. I'm not telling you to buy it. I'm not saying that you should buy this. I'm saying it could go bust. I'm saying it's risky. What do I benefit from this? Sod all. I'll make about $5 on the video. I've had not one single super chat from anyone. No super thanks. Nothing. No sponsorship. No one's paying me from Virgin Galactic. No one's giving me any money or telling me what to say. I'm just doing it because it's the right thing to do because I care about you. We are at a point where things could change dramatically. Because the economy is strong, Trump is very pro-space, space is back in the news, SpaceX is doing well, Elon Musk, all of this stuff is back in favor. CPI is up, PPI is up, GDP is up, inflation is coming down, sticky, but coming down. People are spending money. Companies like this that borrow money are having a hard time because rates are up for longer. However, they're not going up. They will be coming down in March. Every one of my predictions about rate cuts has been spot on. Everything about my predictions for inflation has been spot on. CPI, PPI, and everything. But what we got now with Virgin Galactic is an inflection point. We've got the moment that we're about to get an earnings for Virgin Galactic. They have done well on every one of their earnings recently, and we've covered every earning. We've covered every flight. Look at it. Every single time it goes up. Can it become cash positive on the next earnings? Honestly, no. Could it? Maybe. There's always surprises, but I don't see it. However, look at that. Consistently beating on earnings, and the earnings is accelerating. Imagine if it beats on earnings at the same rate. It would be very, very close to being cash positive. That would be good. Volume. It just needs someone to talk about it. That's what I'm doing right now. What about the short interest? The short interest, it was 30 yesterday. It's already dropped to 27. A few have got popped off. The majority are just around the corner. If we get some volume and takes us over $5, that's all it will take. And more shorters will get squeezed and it'll accelerate, accelerate, and accelerate. Now, those that don't understand a short squeeze, let me explain it to you. There are those that simply buy the stock, and there are those that don't believe in the business. They short it. They bet against it. They buy bets to go against the stock. What that does is it brings the price down. Nobody wants to buy in a heavily shorted stock. However, if the stock keeps going down and more short interest, and then at some point people decide, hang on a minute, it's oversold. This is going too low. I'm going to pile in. Or someone covers it. Someone draws attention to it, like me. Or there's some big news. And all of a sudden, the flow of the tide changes. Everyone starts buying. What happens? Those that shorted the stock always think everything's going to go down. And by the way, I've never shorted a stock. I hate it. I think it's against every principle I hold with building things, making things, and so on. I just think it's the really stupidest thing and the most horrible thing to do. Try and destroy businesses for your own selfish greed. However, people do all the time. I never would, even if it was staring me in the face as an obvious thing to do. I still wouldn't do it. So people drive the price down. Suddenly everyone starts buying. And what happens is, I like to put it like a champagne bottle. All right, you get buy. All the short squeezes get like, what do we do? We either lose all our money, go to zero because it's going up and up. They're all going to lose their money on their options, or they are forced to buy. They now buy. So you've got the bearish investors, gamblers really, the bearish people and the bullish people all buying at the same time. It gets squeezed in like the neck of a champagne bottle, and then boom, out the top. And that's what happened with GameStop. It can go up and up and up and up because one by one, the shorters see it going up. There's nothing they can do. They can't bring it down anymore. They're either going to lose all their money or buy. And now everyone's buying at once. And the stock goes voomph and it goes straight up through the roof. Now, what happens if it goes straight up? Well, it would go to $10 literally in minutes. Could then head up to $20 within a few days and maybe $30 within a week or so. Very, very quickly. However, what would happen then? Well, we know what the management are like. They would probably dilute the stock, take it for themselves, and send all of the shareholders down the toilet once again. That's what they'd probably do. So people know that. So what would happen is it would pop up, go to $20, $30. People would sell, and it would go straight back down again. Would that be a shame? Well, yes and no. Those that got stuffed over by the management would finally get their money back. All our members would finally make money. That would be great, and I'd be happy about that. Some of you would stay in the stock if the news was good, if they were delivering on the flights, and then it could go to $100. Now remember, before anyone says anything to me, $100 is not $100 anymore. It's been massively diluted. It's nowhere near $100 as it was before the dilution. But the company isn't the same size as it was then. It's a different company. It's now got competition. It's not on its own anymore. Lots of people are doing this. And as time goes by, Virgin Galactic taking so long, many more people will come into the space. However, is there opportunity to make money here? Absolutely. With volume, it pops. All of my members make money. If the story is good, you stay in. Just remember that though, there's always extreme risk with this. I don't think I could make a more open, honest review of this. I've shown you my position. I've explained everything. I've given you all the backstory, all the private conversations with Virgin Galactic and everybody else. But that's it from me. I hope you enjoyed this full review. I'm going to wrap this up right now by giving you the links above my head. Make sure that you go to all of the links. In fact, I'll give it to you in the chat. There is X and Instagram. All right, they're in the chat for you. I'll also post that below in the description because that's where I have all my conversations with those that work at Virgin Galactic. I share information on all my stocks, what I'm doing, latest news, and so on and so forth. And I'll engage with all my members. If you've liked the software that I've used, Alpha Spread and Seeking Alpha, there is the link. It's also below the video, pinned to the comments, also in the chat. If you click on my referrals, you can get free plans of this. You can get free trials. Without my referrals, you simply can't. You pay the full price. No discounts, no referrals, no free trials. If you want to become a member of our channel, become part of the Lucozade Army, you might like to do that. There is, see, look, here we go. We always get, I'm going to call this out. Wherever I see it, I call it out. We have people coming in the channel that are not members, that are talking rubbish. Here come the trolls. The moment I did Virgin Galactic, the trolls would come back. Ronnie says, it's not moving. Well, Ronnie, you just make yourself look a complete arse, haven't you? It's up 5% today. So there you go. You're talking flipping nonsense. You're talking out of your arse. In the moment I cover this, all the trolls that are short in the stock are going to come out and say, it's not going up. Why are they saying it? Because they're a bunch of idiots sitting on Reddit, sitting in stock twits. All they ever do is sit on the toilet and trade. They've got no idea. They don't interview CEOs like I do. They don't have a network that doubles its rate of growth every month. They don't have anything to say. They don't have any voice whatsoever. But they'll come on and they'll say, what a load of nonsense, while they sit in their Reddit room, sat on the toilet, where they've been sat for the last 3 hours, probably got piles, continually saying, this is rubbish. I'm going to... They'll sit in Reddit with all their bros talking rubbish, and then they'll go into stock twits and they'll talk rubbish in there as well. Well, I go live and pump the hell out of it, and you will lose all your money. Remember, I never lose. I don't need to be in Virgin Galactic. I always win. This is my real money. 19 trades, 19 wins. I started with $5,000. My members always make money. And right now, everyone in Virgin Galactic that bought when I said yesterday is all making money. And you and the rest of you talking rubbish, you're losing all your money, and you're going to lose all your money because you've got no voice. You've got a completely pointless Reddit channel and a pointless StockWit channel, and you've got no power whatsoever. So it's time to whack a troll. Yes, it is. Let's whack a troll. If you come into my channel and you talk absolutely nonsense, we will deliver you, and we will show everybody that you talk absolutely flipping rubbish. All right, there it is. Let me get rid of that right now. This is called Whack a Troll, and we've just whacked another one and made them look like the arses they are. We've got no time for idiots. This channel is an investment channel. It gets it done. It's not here to make friends. Not here to make friends, certainly not with you. It is here to help and commit 100% to my members. So go back down the hole you crawled out of and go and lose all your money. Because I guarantee one thing, that's exactly what's going to happen. I'm going to get off. I've got people to call, things to do. It's a great morning. I'm absolutely loving it. You've not seen a rally on Virgin Galactic like this, have you? When did you last see a pump like this on Virgin Galactic? The last time I was here. That's the last time you saw it. Between now and then, you've seen nothing. I'm loving it. Click above my head for all the links. Down below in the description, I gave you all the membership links, didn't I? There's the membership links and there's Discord. If you want to get free training for Discord, if you want to be given scalp training from a professional who's paid to learn, who gives it to you for free, then you're here. Or you could go and visit the Wolf of Dubai, or you could go and visit Meet Kevin, who will constantly tell you there's a coupon code expiring tomorrow for another increase. We give it all for free. We've always given it for free. And in fact, our membership has always only ever been a couple of bucks. It's never gone up in price. It's never gone up with inflation. And we're adding more and more services all the time. Thank you very much indeed. I hope you've enjoyed this. I'll be back very, very shortly. I'll be back very, very shortly. I'm going to end this stream. What I'm going to do right now is end this video, because it's also going to be a video which I'm going to put out. I'm now going to send everybody over to the extra channel. Why am I ending this now? Because I want to get this video out, because it's moving right now. That's going to benefit you more than me staying live and earning a few bucks. So that's what I'm going to do. I've always done it. I always will. So if you want to continue the conversation about Virgin Galactic, there is the link there. That's where I'm live right now.
Jerry donated $4 through a super chat.
Thank you very much indeed.
For 100%.
I'm always here for you, mate. I always will be. Live now, we've got 63 likes, 1 down like. That's that troll earlier. Do we care? Do we Ellis like? It's quite funny, really. Let me pin that to the top. Live right now. I'm going to end the stream. We're going over now to the extra channel where you can continue to talk to each other, support each other in the live chat, because we're going to set up a Virgin Galactic 24-hour watch. Yep, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, Virgin Galactic. We're going to be watching it. I am not going to give up until this stock short squeezes and makes every single one of my members money. Period. That's it. Always said it, always will do it. Right, so click above my head, down below in the description. Over here, I shall put the Virgin Galactic playlist, and down here, I shall put the earnings for Virgin Galactic. I'm going to end this for real right now. Join me on the extra channel. Jump in there, tune in. I'll be right back as soon as I can. Keep the conversation going. Look out for more information on Virgin Galactic. It's going to get very, very hot and very, very busy very, very quickly. Until next time, take care of yourselves. I told you, and each other. I'm never going anywhere. Bye-bye for now.